Hello everyone, I hope you are all good. So today we'll be doing a ceramic coating on a 2003 Toyota Premio. So basically what we'll be doing today is we'll be washing the car thoroughly, getting out all the contamination, doing the clay bar process on the car so that we can get all the contaminants out of the paint, and then we will be doing a compounding process followed by a ceramic coating. The purpose is, if you can see that there are really deep scratches, so our the purpose is to reduce the scratches as much as possible. There are some swirl marks, there's some marring, so we want to make sure that we reduce it as much as possible. As you can see that the car is in a pretty good condition, but for the sake of a ceramic coating, we'll be doing all these procedures so we can get it in the best possible condition. If you can see over here, I have done a couple of modifications over here. There's a trunk lid, and then I've modified the rear bumper, and there are some side skirts, and I've also extended the front bumper. If you can see, there's a lip, and that's pretty much it. And here's my dog coming. So yes, let's begin with the process. So we are starting with the paint correction. So for the paint correction, where there are very deep scratches, what we are doing is we are wet sanding it with a 3M 2000 grit sandpaper. We're gonna wet sand it, and the purpose of this is to just smooth out the scratch and make sure that it evens out. And then we'll be using a 6000 grit sandpaper, and we're gonna wet sand it. These procedures are done so that when we'll be using a 2000 grit, we'll be creating some scratches. To reduce it, we'll be using a 6000 grit sandpaper. Now we have washed the wheels. We have started from the wheels. First we have to wash the wheel wells, the wheels, the rims. We have to make sure that it's super clean. As you can see that it's shining. I just need to change that. And I'll be using a couple of brushes, if you can see in the video, and this is how it's done. After that, I want to make sure that I get each and every dirt particle out. So as you can see that I'm using this brush to agitate all the dust, all the particles, so that I can get a clean surface for compounding. The same goes with the other emblem. I'll be doing it everywhere, every corner. After these things are done, I'm also going to be using it in the door jambs, because when you get in and out of the car, these are the places where most of the dust is accumulated. So we'll just make sure that we just get each and every dust particle out of it as much as possible. After we are done with this process, we'll just do we'll just use a wash mitt, and we are using a 2 bucket method. So one bucket is filled with soapy water, and the other bucket is just filled with clean water, and we are also using a grit guard. So after this, we'll just rinse the car so that it'll be ready for the clay bar process. So in the clay bar, I'm using a 3M clay bar. I'm sorry, I forgot to record how it's done. You can just search on YouTube. It's pretty easy. So I'll be using a soapy water. I'm just gonna spray it on the car, and then I'm just gonna rub the clay bar so that it can pull off all the contaminants. After we have done the clay bar process, we'll be using again the 2 bucket method. We'll be using a wash mitt, using a car shampoo. As you can see, you have to go in a zigzag motion, and just don't just make sure that you are just doing it in the zigzag motion. After that, we'll just rinse the car, make sure that we get rid of all the contaminants. As you can see that the car it's pretty glossy, it's pretty clean. It's just the first step, and you can see it's in a pretty clean condition. So once we are done with the rinse, we will start with we'll just towel dry it with a microfiber towel. So here you can see that it's already it's pretty clean. Now we are just drying out the car with the microfiber towel. Please invest in good microfiber towels. They are very necessary. Please don't use an ordinary towel. Please use premium microfiber towels. It is a very good investment for your car, and they are expensive but not expensive than your car. So now we'll start the process of compounding. Step one is a 3M fast cut plus compound. So as you can see that we'll just spread out a pea-sized amount on the hood, and then we'll just start with the polisher, and we'll make sure that we will evenly spread out the compound. And as you can see that the paint is sparkling, the paint is popping out. It's really good. And just wipe off the excess with the microfiber towel. Here's another shot of how it's done. First we were doing on the hood, and right now we are doing it on the door, and same process. And now we'll just hop on to the second step. It's the same. Just spread out the compound, and then just start with the polisher. Use a lower speed in the start, and then just increase the speed. Just get in each and every corner. Make sure your hands are sturdy, and just go in to and fro motion. And as you can see that you can already see the reflection of the guy who's using this machine polisher. And it's just a second step, and it's super glossy. After you're done with that, just make sure you wipe off the excess with the microfiber towel. So it's pretty glossy, you can see the reflection. It's cool. Okay, so now over here we'll be doing a comparison between a fast cut plus, which is step 1, and extra fine cut compound, which is step 2. So on the left side it's the fast cut plus, and on the right side extra fine cut. So what we'll be like, as I'm demonstrating it, just let me turn on. Okay, so the flashlight is on, and if you see that there is a line in the middle over here, so on the left it's step 1, and on the right it's step 2. So as the light is traveling through that line from left towards your right, so you will see that the light is transforming and it's getting smoother. The edges are getting smoother. The light on the left, you can see some swirls around the light, but on the right side, the light gets smoother. See how it's transforming into a smaller shape. So this is what you want. And step 3, it's the same thing, that like it'll take it to another level. So over here I'm doing the third step, and as you can see that I'm just spreading out the compound with the polisher, and now I'm just gonna start with the slow speed, and then I'm just gonna switch it to a faster speed. So 3 to 4 minutes are good on each. Well, it depends. Each panel would be different. As you can see that I have the wire over my shoulder. That's because you want to make sure that you don't scratch or you don't leave the swirl marks, because the wire will touch the panels, and you don't want that. And as you saw that I was like touching the panel, because I wanted to make sure that it's not getting heat up. Because if it'll heat up, the microfiber pad will eat up your paint. So you don't want that because of the friction. This will happen if you if you will be using that polisher on on the same spot for a long period of time. So just check that the panel is not heating up. So then just go like that in to and fro motion. Make sure you are getting each and every inch of it. Make sure you're getting each and every centimeter of it. And after you're done, just wipe off the excess with a microfiber towel. Microfiber towel, good microfiber towels is the key. And you can actually see that my reflection in the hood, and just get each and every corner of it. And there you go. Okay, so now this is another shot of step 3, which is Ultrafino, 3M Ultrafino. And you can see that the bumper, it's super glossy, guys. Also the headlight, you can see that I did compounding on the headlights too. I've like it's pretty overwhelming. The results are pretty overwhelming. I really like 3M products. They are pretty cool. If you can see in the bumper, you could see the reflection of the there's a gate behind me, and you can actually see the reflection of it. Just look at the at that, guys. It's so cool. Again, use good microfiber towels to buff off the excess. And it's super glossy, guys. I really like the results. Okay, so now once we are done with this, see, check that out, guys. The step 3 is complete. We have done all the 3 steps of compounding on the glasses, on the paint, on the windscreen, on the mirrors, on the headlights, on the tail lights, everywhere. And it's super glossy. You can see my reflection in the car, in the mirrors, in the glasses. Guys, it's very good. I really like the results. And once we are done with that, we'll just rinse it with a shampoo, because we you want to strip off all the waxes which is on the car, so that the ceramic coating can bind with the paint. So here you can see that the car is pretty clean. It's in the best possible condition. The paint is very good. It's very glossy. And now we will just start with the ceramic coating. So I'm sorry I did not recorded how to do ceramic coating. It's very easy. It's not rocket science. So you will be using new microfiber towels. You will be using gloves for the protection, as you will be dealing with chemicals. You will be using that small sponge. You will be using a small microfiber towel. And what you'll do is, this is the ceramic coating I'll be using. And what you'll do is you'll just open this ceramic coating, and you will apply a very little amount of ceramic coating onto the sponge, just like in a straight line, just to make sure that you just evenly cover the sponge, just like that. And once that's done, you will just just use that sponge and do it in the crisscross motion, and then just leave it for 5 minutes, and then just buff off the excess. So this is the day 8 update after the ceramic coating is done. So over here, I just wanted to see that the ceramic coating, the promise, like it's claiming that, like it'll stay for 12 months. I'm just gonna see that, like, will it fulfill its promise or not. So what I'm doing over here, I have 2 buckets, one bucket filled with clean fresh water, and one filled with mud and water. So first I'll be throwing this mud water. As you can see, just look at how it rolled off from the headlamps, and it's super hydrophobic. All the dust particles, they just rolled off, and whoa. Okay, so just after we threw the fresh water, it's super clean. Every dust particle, it just rolled off the hood. And as you can see, it's again super clean, glossy. Just dry it with the microfiber towel, and bam, you are done. So guys, this ceramic coating, it's pretty amazing. I'll be posting an update after a few months, that how it's going on. And that's it. And okay, after this, how hydrophobic it is, for that purpose I'm using this, I just shot this clip. So just look at that. The water, it just beads off. And just look at the corner, how it's getting dried up. See my fingers, they are dry. See, just look at that, just look at that. It's so cool, it's very hydrophobic, it's very good. And all the water, it just rolls off from the entire car, the glasses, the mirrors, and it's dry. Only a few drops of water is left, but that's okay. So there you go, guys. It's very good. I'm really amazed, and it's very good. Crazy.